Hey everyone, ahoy, ciao ciao, and welcome to another one of my Czechia trips. This time we'll be checking out the Rotštejn Rock Castle ruins, located around 9 kilometers, 6 miles east of Turnov, on the border of the Klokočské Rocks Nature Reserve. We will also be walking through the nature reserve. Ahoy. Dobrý den. Now, you'll notice that everybody said Dobrý den or ahoy. And Dobrý den in Czech means good afternoon. And when you're in a low populated area like a village, it's pretty common to say Dobrý den to strangers. I find it very interesting how you find these slight variations of the same phrase in different Slavic languages. Take, for instance, the Croatians would say Dobar den. The Bulgarians would say Dobar din. The Polish would do something different from what other Slavic languages would do, and they would reverse the two words. So they would say Dzień dobry. And the Slavic countries to the east will also have their variation of Dobrý den. But they all kept the phrase. Anyway, let's talk about that parking lot we passed down the hill in case you ever want to come down here and visit yourself. It's free to park in this parking lot, but it gets full pretty fast. There's also a restaurant called Cairo Center next to the parking lot where you can get refreshments. This is another part of the Bohemian Paradise and along the yellow path. We will see the castle and walk through the surrounding area, which is really charming with breathtaking views. It's really not that hard to walk though, and it's an amazing place for a full day trip. The castle and the views of the countryside, which I will show you, are like out of a fairy tale. The castle ruins has been used in movie sets. There's only Czech on this marker. Reading online, it says the castle was partially built of stone walls and partially carved in the sandstone rocks where it stands. The most famous owner of this castle, though, was Wak II of Rotštejn. The castle was built shortly before 1250 by members of the Mark Wartik family. The first owner cited was Yaroslav of Hrutwici today. Hrutwici, who built the castle for his son Wak of Rotštejn. For his second son Zdenek, he built the Waldstein Castle, which is not too far from here, and became the founder of the Waldstein family. In 1360, the castle was in the possession of Ježek of Rotštejn, who obtained permission from Charles IV, the King of Bohemia and the Holy Roman Emperor, to hold a weekly market in the nearby village of Klokočské. In the year 1450, the Rotštejn family died out, and the whole estate fell to Andrew and Vanek Poldravi Vrani, who owned the entire castle throughout the Hussite Wars. The castle was probably burned by the Hussites, unlike neighboring castles such as Navrov Castle. According to other sources, the castle was conquered in 1426, but its landlord lived on a farm in the nearby village of Klokočské. Hussite presence at the castle is not confirmed by archaeological findings and written sources. In a later written mention of the castle in 1540, it is reported as abandoned, with the rocks and walls demolished in the courtyard. Further contributing to the destruction of the castle was the natural erosion of the sandstone rocks. In a report of 1514, the castle was considered abandoned, with walls and rocks warped in the courtyard. During the 30 Years' War in the beginning of the 17th century, this place was used to shelter people from the soldiers. Residents were hiding in cavities carved into the sandstone rocks that were mistakenly considered part of the castle stables. There is also something online about the construction. Rotštejn Castle was erected with strong elements of brick architecture. Adjacent rocks, which also served as part of the defense system. Safety elements were supplemented by the usual means of that time, such as gateways, bridges, and a bastion. These structural safety elements, however, have been preserved, but can only be seen in carved niches. All castle walls disappeared. The form of the castle was preserved in written documents. Since 1988, the Civil Protection Association of Klokočské Rocks led to chatelaine H.T. Hlubokova to build wooden walkways and paths through which visitors can get to the top of the castle and view a panorama of the Klokočské Rocks. The castle area is also a small center for environmental and ecological education. Reading online, I also discovered there was a legend here. And according to a legend, treasure was hidden under the Rotštejn Castle. And several people from the surrounding area gathered to look for the treasure on Easter Friday. On this day, the earth cracked before them, and a pile of money appeared like dancing blue flames. Only one of them dared to go for the treasure. And then the earth closed over him, and he fell asleep beside the treasure. When he awoke, he did not see the treasure. For some time he looked for a way back home. When he found the way, he returned home. There, he realized he was away from home for a full year, and that his neighbors discovered the treasure. But the quest for the treasure cost their lives. For a time, he was happy with what was given by his honest friends, and soon he traveled to where money is not worth a thing, where the real treasure is what men have in their hearts. There's also a lot of great Google reviews about this place. If you ever get a chance to read them and you want to come down here to see this place. One review said, "This place is incredible. A true hidden gem. Even better that I had no idea what to expect that day and turned the corner to see a massive rock, which was breathtaking in its own right. Then, to learn that a castle was built on top took it to another level. Lovers of fantasy game like Skyrim and Breath of the Wild will go nuts for this unexpected and amazing discovery." The inside tour was closed. This ruin of a rock castle that the 13th century, it is well maintained. We learned from Miss Castellanka that you can run up 215 steps from here. Admission for an adult for the inside costs 50 crowns. Parking under the castle is free for about 10 cars. I don't know if they had an event here, but such crowds of people who went to the castle to roast burritos, you just don't see that. So now that we've left Rotštejn Castle, let's explore the trails here. Like, we have some beautiful crevices and staircases carved into these rocks. And further down, you're going to see this beautiful fairytale countryside that's worth checking out. They also have these little bridges that make it easy to maneuver through this trail. This is really an amazing place to hike. I would highly recommend visiting these trails. And if you can't make it, at least watch this video so you can have an idea of what you're missing. What's over here? You getting any ideas for making a scene for your book?
Not right now. No, just in the editing stage.
Okay.
this is. Across that top delta on one side. TP. Staircase. Nice seat here. said. Oh, really? That's cool. And anyone's allowed to pick them, right? Because it's okay. Yeah, that's good. Do we ever get bears in here? Eating the blueberries? Let's have a look here. Okay. Sure to walk around there. Did you throw that down there? Okay. I thought it was unstable. Yeah, okay. Or we could turn right where those other people went.
So this concludes my trip to the Rotštejn Castle ruins and the surrounding trails. If you like this trip, please click like and subscribe and leave a comment below.